Greetings, freaks and folks, this is Vlad, and just recently we got our very first new champion reveal, which is Poppy, the Keeper of the Hammer. She is a tank in League of Legends, that's what I know for sure, and she is was really hard to kill, so I expect her to have tough or anything. I have no clue whatsoever. If you are into Legends of Runeterra content, a subscription to this channel would be a really good idea, and we will jump into this video together right now. I have no clue what I have to expect, but we'll see in a second.
Alright,
let's go.
team adventure time.
Poppy inspires her allies. Alright, she doesn't have tough, but she is from Demacia and Bandle City, so another dual region champion. A 4-mana 4/3 body, and it says on text, attack, grant me and all allies with equal or less power than me +1/+1. Ah, okay. So technically she is a 5/4 when she attacks, but she doesn't have any other thing with her, right? And she inspires her allies by giving them +1/+1 as well. Oh no, it's a grant effect. Never mind, it's even the grant. So she's growing up over time, which means you really want to attack with her and protect her then. And the level up requirement is I have attacked with allies 3 times. Ooh, that's a tough thing to. Yeah, I mean, this means if she comes down on turn 4 and you have the tech token, it technically goes on round 8 where she levels up. It's really late in the game, so we definitely want to have rally effects. It's almost obligatory that you run rally effects with her, right? But let's see on here.
Find that hero. I can spend a whole fight wondering shield or hammer.
Already love the music. Here comes the grant. Oh, it even goes for the other as well. Not only the ones that are attacking, but also the ones that are on your board that you're not attacking with. For Demacia.
Same, but for this side.
We will see these things in a second. These new cards. I won't stop to pause the video there.
What do you see up there, Pip? For the mega.
Alright, we had another Yordle, a 6-mana 5/5 body, the Yordle Ranger. It's another dual region follower, and it has Scout. And it says attack, grant me and all allies with equal or less power than me +0/+1. Technically almost the same effect as the Poppy has. But it's not the +1/+1, it's just the +1 health. But this having Scout means that you pump up +0/+2, technically, every time you attack, or every round, because technically you can attack 2 times with this Yordle Ranger, right? Yeah, I'm totally down for that. Like, the fact that this is just 1 mana more than the Moose, I forgot the name of it, which is a 5-mana 5/5 with Scout, is actually not bad, and that you can run into regions.
Time shouting ruins the recon.
Switching Lancer. Yeah. And with misfortune in that particular video here.
Got this.
Ooh, yeah. It's a lot of us. Alright.
Poppy, might the hero be on this very field? Eh?
One more double attack for 3 mana?
Let me know if you find him.
Did I see that right? How good is that? 3 mana, 1/1?
Hope you're sturdy.
Oh wait, we pause for that for a second. I wanna know what this does. Set a unit stats to 1/6 this round. Ooh. Bandle City spell, burst speed, 3 mana. This, whoa. That's actually super decent. Like, this is protecting all these small Yordles so well, right? So this is, I think, the perfect card for the Bandle City. Close to, I mean, I would say close to an auto-include in Bandle City decks where you want to have any engine like Teemo, for example, to protect him, right? Because this is technically for Teemo a +5 health for 3 mana. Yeah, pretty good. But you decrease the attack is the problem, right? With that move.
Quest will be over quicker and you can fry a ferret.
Already love these interactions.
Remember what I told you?
Swing low, send him sky high. I'll make you proud.
Comes the puppy.
No hero, huh? Guess I'll finish this one.
Awesome. Oh, we got a new keyword. Oh no, it's impact. Alright, so she gets impact when she levels up. And now she is 1+1+1 as usual. And it says attack grant me and all allies with equal less power than me. +2/+ and impact. Whoa, alright. So it's not only her, it's your whole board. And what's very important to note is that it can stack. Yeah, it says in the text here, impact can stack. So this means every time Poppy attacks with all your board, you grant them impact. And then you attack again and they get another impact. So every time they strike, they do this +1 damage and then +2 damage on the nexus directly, is what the impact keyword does. Really strong effect, but also very hard to pull off the level up for Poppy. Keep her alive for so long. Because I mean, technically she grows every round, but also she gets blocked, right? And she loses HP over time. And then you really,
Quest complete. On to the next one.
Oh, what a service! Thank you, Riot. You got all these cards at the end, so we can go over them directly. That's great. Yeah, so let's actually do this. We have Poppy. Yeah, we talked about her, and there is Heroic Charge. I guess this is her signature spell, because this is also a spell or a ability that she had in the League of Legends, right? So it's a 5-mana slow speed spell, Heroic Charge, and it says an ally strikes an enemy. If it survives, stun it. How good is that? For 5 mana, it's slow speed. It's pretty bad. I compare this to, what's it called? The 5 mana fast speed, where you strike with 2, is way better than this card, because if it survives, you stun it, okay, but you only strike with 1 unit. And it's slow speed. I'm not sold on it. I mean, it's in Bandle City. It's important to note. So it's not a Demacia card, but I think it's really hard to now do this with the signature spell. I think the moment where you include the Poppy into a Demacia deck, the Heroic Charge will be a Demacia card, is my best guess. Because if you only run Demacia, this can't be a Bandle City spell normally. And same goes for Teemo, for example. The puff cap that he goes with the signature spell, for example, should be a Bandle City spell if you run Teemo with Bandle City. We have to wait and see what they do with the signature spells there. But overall, I'm not sold on Heroic Charge. Doesn't look too good. But it fits the ability that it is in League of Legends. So because there you charge an enemy to the wall, and if you connect with the wall, you stun the enemy that you are charging. Alright, then we have the Pompous Cavalier. I love this design. And it's a Yordle himself as well, and a 1/1 double attack. So I saw that right beforehand. It makes sense that you run it with a Poppy, right? Because she boosts him up every time she attacks. But other than that, I don't know how good this could be. Like in buff decks, right? And you can, this is also a double region follower. You can use some Bandle City and Demacia. And Demacia has access to a lot of combat tricks, so not too bad, but we have to wait and see what Bandle City offers in that regard. And yeah, then we have the Yordle Ranger. We talked about him. The scout effect and that he can proc this attack thing twice is pretty decent, but yeah, I don't know how viable this is. It's one of these epic cards where you see it at first glimpse and think the card for itself is nice, but then you play it in real game. It tried to pull off on turn 6, and this is the turn where some big and devastating things happen on the board to Ruination, for example, or stuff, and then he's just completely useless because it's quite vanilla what he does. But in the right deck, I could definitely see this being good. For example, combine this with Challenger, like you do with the Moose, could be a very decent thing. Then we have the Yordle Smith, which is a 2-mana 2/2 Yordle, and it says attack, give all allies with equal or less power than me quick attack this round. with less power than me, which means you have to kind of pump this dude up before you attack to give the other dudes quick attack. Because other than that, only your one power units will have quick attack. Oh no, it's with equal or less. I read that wrong. So he himself will get quick attack every time he attacks. Yeah, so this makes it way better. But again, you need to kind of pump it up beforehand, because other than that, only the 2 power units will get the quick attack. And you definitely want to have him better. But is this a card you want to play on curve and then attack on turn 2? I'm not quite sure. Very hard to evaluate. And we have the Yordle Squire, which is a 1 mana 2/1 Yordle. Like, all of these are Yordles. I just see that here. Poppy and all the followers here. And but we haven't seen yet anything that's related to Yordles or Face. That's yet to be seen. And the Yordle Squire says, play, create a tiny spear or a tiny shield in hand. Alright, I love it already. So these 2 are token cards, which grant an ally +1 attack or +1 health, is the spear or the shield. And I definitely love this a ton. Like, the diversity of it is just great. It's making this 1-drop in particular very great, because it's the premier set line for 1-drop. The 2/1 is always better than the 1/2 in my opinion, where you can allow to pressure the enemy early on with 2 attack rather than 1. And that she gets the spell on focus speed is quite nice to have, because you don't need to attach it to her, but you can, for 1 mana more, give her the 3/1 set line or the 2/2, whatever you need in that particular moment, or you keep it for whatever you need later down the line, which has spell synergy. For example, the assembly bot or something from Piltovers, what comes to mind here. We have a lot of small spells, like gems. Like, this tiny spear is sort of a gem, right, without the heal effect. So yeah, definitely down for that. And I see this being played in even competitive scene. I could see that in Bandle City, because we haven't seen a lot of 1-drops yet from Bandle City, and I think there is not a very good slot so far for it. So yeah, overall, decent cards, but not overwhelming. Poppy herself, very hard to level up, but I most definitely will try to build around her, because the fact that this is another double champion or double region champion makes me jiggle. I want to say that. So yeah, these are my first impressions. Thank you guys very much for sticking around. We'll play to the end with this awesome music, and yeah, I'll see you guys on the next champion reveal, which is probably Caitlyn.
I give up here.